Well, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I see you, James V. I see you. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a last-minute live stream here at the V1 Nation as we go up to my new favorite airport, y'all. Zippy Zapple told me to check this airport out yesterday. SKBG, Palo Negro. It's one of the Takeoff, is it Takeoff Studios, I believe? Which it was in my library, courtesy of Takeoff Studios. They sent me over a bunch of their sceneries. A lot of them are compatible with 24, so I've got it loaded up. This airport, I mean, Pasto is awesome. I love Pasto just because of the approach in there. You're kind of below the terrain. This one is, I mean, it's Pasto, except not only is the runway on like the top of the mountain, the entire airport is just on the top of the mountain. It's pretty insane. If you haven't seen it, Google the images. Be here for landing because it's going to be an epic one. It's going to be a sweet little flight down there. Shorter route today, so only about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes, and so en route. Nothing too fancy. But we are headed down to South America, which is always a fun one. We are sitting, I guess this is for the last day, chat. This is the last day of pre-release, right? Oh my goodness, hello. I didn't know I was walking into a FedEx there. Oh gosh. Who's that, a 7.6? 7.5? What are we looking at? I can't tell what kind of model that is. 777? I think that's 777. We're touching tips over there. That's going to be a problem. But last day of pre-release. I believe PMDG said they're coming out tomorrow. Is that what the word on the street is? PMDG release tomorrow. So we're going to do one more stream today. I will not be here tomorrow, I do not think. I got a lot of errands to run. I got some more stuff to do. Almost didn't make this stream, y'all. It's biblical flooding going on at my house right now. I sent Fly Navy or Full Flap a video. It's actually kind of suspect. I've crossed the flooded roads many a times. This one, the truck started to bog down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm kind of waiting for the waters to secede before I go home. So we're going to knock this stream out today. But it should be fun. It looks like Zippy's rolling with us in a 789, so prep the trucks. It's going to be fun, man. This is going to be a fun flight. The airport is challenging, but I think we're going to have no problem getting in there. I think Zippy's just is just freaking out for no reason, but it's going to be fun. Zippy, thank you for showing me this airport. And if any of you all have a really cool airport that you all want me to try out, get a hold of me in the Discord, post in the Discord. Even though I may not respond, leave a comment in the bottom of this video. I still check it out. So I don't respond to every comment, but I do see almost all of them. So this is going to be fun. Water to subside. Secede? I'm waiting for Texas to secede, but I don't think that's going to happen, Infin. Anyway, Cleared Fubar, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Bill's Mafia in the house with a $2 super chat. Touching tips. Yeah, no eye contact for 5 minutes. We can't look over there at that 777 cargo. But here she is. We are rocking Omni Air International today. Oh, there we go. We spaced out. Now we can look at each other. This Omni Air Express or Omni Air, I feel like I've heard them on the radio just say Omni. I think the actual call sign is Omni Air or Omni Express. But yeah, Omni Air International, a fly-by-night charter operation, Hangar 19. They've done a lot of different things. So we're sitting over here on the charter ramp. Now what's interesting about this is I was going over the passenger manifest, and Barry Seal is on it. So not only did we fly him to Mexico City, he ended up here in Costa Rica, and now he is on this charter flight. So I think we're going to have to fire off the Tour de Americas here pretty soon, as soon as he gets back up from South America. But he is on the manifest. We'll do a little walk around here as we go around the tail of the 777-200. Absolutely love it. Been loving the 777 so far. I love the 200. I like the 300, but I think the 200 is going to be my favorite. That's kind of my jam. I like the proportions of the 200. I like the performance of the 200, and it just is. It's got some really sweet liveries. So, Aviation Blaze, thank you for the 30 months support, my friend. Going to be planning to do my solo next week. Kind of nervous and mostly excited. Aviation Blaze, dude, that's awesome, man. It's normal to be a little bit nervous, but don't let it take over your ability to focus, because it's gonna be a moment of a lifetime, dude. You'll absolutely love it. You won't be. Remember this: you're not going to be signed off until unless your instructor didn't think you were. So nerves are normal. Be excited and enjoy it. And there's nothing like that first takeoff when there's no one next to you, man. Telling you, it's going to be fun. Thank you for the 30 months of support. Make sure you do report back after your solo and let us know how it all went. So Full Flap Sim is in the house. What's up, man? El Captain doing a walk around? No, not really doing a walk around. I was just kind of stretching my legs here before I board. So I can't do a walk around that direction. It messes with my brain. I have to always go this direction. So that wasn't really a walk around. I just kind of was, doing my Insta. Got to get the Instagram pics up, Influencer vibes. Not really an official walk around. All right. You have my respect for the Trents. So this is the, these are the Rolls Royce, right? So we can dual start these. I think we'll dual start them today for fun. We'll go boom, boom. Get them both going up. You ain't going, got our MROC. V-Pilot, what's up, V-Pilot? I do have your MROC. I guess I don't have it installed. I guess I don't have it installed. Yeah, I know I have it. I know I have your MROC, my man. Was it for 2024? I didn't see it. I'll have to do a double check because we might have to do a departure out of Palo Negro and head back to MROC. I thought I had it installed. You know what? Maybe when I deleted a bunch of my community folder stuff, and maybe I deleted it on accident. I'm pretty sure we've flown into the MROC here in 2024. You have it, Vodka? Well, you're in 2020. I definitely don't have it in 2020. All right, VPL. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I must have deleted it because I'm pretty sure we've done a stream out of here with it. I love that MROC scenery. I love the MROC stuff. I love all the V-Pilot stuff. Love the Takeoff stuff. You guys are absolutely awesome. Crushing the sceneries down here south of the border. Absolutely love it. So, Hoover 800 says Turk. Oh my gosh. All right. Enough of that. Enough chit chat. Let's go ahead and get this airplane fired up because we are cold and dark on the hard stand. So we'll go ahead and get the battery switch on. We'll get the primary and we'll get the secondary power on. As everything comes to life here, I'm going to juice up the sounds a little bit. Who's the first officer today? Undecided yet. We're going to have to find out here in a minute. Cabin utility is coming on. ADR user coming on. Emergency lights. Logo lights are on. Those all stay off. That all stays off in normal. Aircraft is going to boot up. We already got our data from SimBrief. Looking good. Looking good, chat. Today we are going to be sporting the Blackbird control levers, chat. So I got the Blackbird control cam ready to go here as well. Let me just move this over. Perfect. So we've done a couple Throttleteks. Now we're going to show you again the Blackbird control levers. Been getting some DMs about that. Yes, it is Blackbird controls for the Honeycomb Bravo mods and Throttletek for the Quadrants. They're two separate entities. They're not the same. Also trying out a new tea from Starbucks today, and I'm not sure if I like it. I'm going to need Diabetic Lead to come give me some insulin because it is sweet. I love the Boeing Brown in the 777 and 74. I love it in the 74. Boeing Brown is, it's okay. It's okay. All right. I do love how long it takes for the screens to boot up, even though it's kind of annoying. But you can set that. You can set the time to load to be instant. But it's kind of nice to have it do its own thing here, kind of power up. Let's pull our charts while we're waiting for it. MROC is the airport we're at. We'll pin the 10-9 page. Costa Rica. It looks like it's still in day mode from the last time we flew. Let's go, or night mode rather. Let's put it into day mode. Day mode. The SID that we have filed today. No buddies online. We did file a flight plan. We're going to be blasting off no SID. Interesting. Direct to G440. No SID, huh? Off MROC-07? Oh, wow. Okay, so we're blasting off 07. Is there no... That's... maybe we have to give our own SID in there. So on our flight plan... We're direct to Bravo Delta Tango, BDT. Let's see if we can find that in here. There's El Coco. I kind of like this. Hard right turn to El Coco. Find our way out. Andrin Kaufman dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Andrin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Very, very kind. Appreciate that. If you pick a membership up, make sure you shout them out and say thank you. Oh my goodness, Full Flap Sim got a membership to the Big Sim channel. Courtesy of Andrin Kaufman. That's awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate that. All right, so Etna's 4. Probably not going to do that. Dotas. Does anything go to BTT? Or Bravo Delta Tango? SimBrief has got us on a weird flight plan here. What is BDT? Not Limon. We've done that one. That's the Pariah 3. Poas 4. Nope, that's going north. Ramon 4 is going north. What about any of these? I don't think we got any of these. Katos. Interesting. I have to just... You know what? So Bravo Delta Tango is way out to the northeast I'll tell you what, let's use the that SID out to Limon. Where was that? Was it on the Pariah 3? Let's use this one. Let's use this one to Iceba, and then we'll just go from there. So we're going to use the Pariah 3 departure to Iceba, and then we'll send it out from there. All right. Chat, do we know if the Duke's upgrade to 24 will be free? D-Doom, I do not know if the official upgrade will be free. That I do not know, my friend. I can tell you the unofficial compatibility is compatible, and it does work, and they're the best twin props in the sim. No doubt about it. All right, so let's go ahead and load this up. We're going to do a route request, MROC-SKBG. Let's go ahead and set the payload. I'm going to take just a little extra fuel because 44 is pretty low. We'll get back to that, though. So we're going to select the route requesting. That's going to do its thing down there. While that does its thing, everything is fine. We do have ground to air hooked up, right? We got the portable air. Yeah, look at that. We got all the fixings outside, so we don't need to start the APU just yet. Let's do a magic barrel ref. Update that. There comes our route. We're going to go ahead and load that route into the box. Sorry, I got emails here. I'm checking. I'm keeping an eye on my schedule for next month because I dropped that 3-day that I didn't want to do with the red eye, and I'm hoping somebody drops a turn. So I've got one eye on this chat, one eye on my scheduling software. Gregory Fomby, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. V1, your streams are awesome. Always waiting for that notification that you're going live. Keep up the good work, my man. Hey, Gregory, appreciate that. Too kind of you. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the content. This one's going to be fun, man. I know V1 Nation. I know we all like going into exciting airports. This is an airport that I cannot believe I've never even heard of until yesterday. So just wait. You guys are in for a treat. Let's go ahead and activate that. Execute. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I'm going to actually come back. I always do that first. So let's do BDT. Nope. Departure arrival index. What am I thinking? This is Airbus here. Runway 7 today off the Pariah 3. Iceba is where we're going to go. We're going to execute that, put that in the legs page. Now that looks good. Let's put it in plan mode and kind of step through it, though, because I'm kind of making my own departure here. Iceba. And then where is BDT? Oh, yeah, perfect. That'll sync up perfectly. So we'll go ahead and go BDT in the little disco box there. Wonderful. All right, that is set up. Let's go back to the arrival index. We're going to go ILS Yankee 35, and we'll take it off the VOR. In the arrival that we filed is EDJA. We filed 3.5, not 7, but there's an ILS to 7. Let's do EJA 1 Hotel for now. We'll look at it en route. That might be a backwards. We might have to come back to that. But for now, that's fine. Okay. What do we got? More super chats coming in here. Appreciate you. Turk in the U.S., the Glazer himself. What's up, man? Hopefully you learned how to use the VNAV. Well, you know what? I was hoping that Full Flap Sim was going to give me a VNAV tutorial today. But he didn't want to stream, so I had to take over the reins. He explained, so I watched back what happened. I watched back what happened in our stream last night in Mexico City. Couple things. First off, I understand now. I always kind of understood what throttle hold did. I think it's frustrating. But you have to understand on my part, though, throttle hold, when I have the option in the box, let me show you this here. So if you have the option in the box to ignore the throttle position, so this is in hold mode only, manual override. I had this ignore completely. So even in throttle hold, if the airplane went into throttle hold at, say, 40-50% thrust, I couldn't even override it because I have auto throttle manual override never. I changed it to auto throttle manual override in hold mode only. So now if my speed window goes into hold mode and the thrust is up, I can manually bring them back to idle, which would have helped that scenario a little bit. The other thing that went wrong is we got a weird clearance, but it was it's a real clearance. I've had them before where it says descend and maintain 12,500, descend via the arrival. So I put 12.5 in here. Oh no, he said descend 12,500, cleared approach. So even though we were cleared approach, we could have descended past 12,500. It's kind of a conflicting clearance. I set 12.5. I should have set 8.9. That would the way we would have stayed on profile. Because I had 12.5 in the window, we leveled a little bit early. Then it ran away from me, and then I got frustrated. And even though I understand what happened now, I still think throttle hold is stupid, and I think Boeing VNAV is like over-engineered, overcomplicated. But I understand a little bit better of the problems we had yesterday. AJ Fenor, thanks for the $2 super chat as well. Boring Pariah 3, do GigaChat, Etna's 4 departure. What is that one? Let me look at it on the chart. Let's see if we can pull up Mr. Randazzo here. Etna's 4. No, because we're going the other direction, though. You want me to do the tight right turn? Okay, fine. We'll do the tight right turn out to Isiba. How's that? Tight right turn on the Etna's 4. I'll change it just for you, AJ, for your $2 super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Full flap sim with the $2 super chat. I gotta be honest with you, man. Your $10 fairy, tooth fairy donation, I only use like half of it to the tooth fairy, and I put the other 5 towards towards Gordy. So, yeah, but she doesn't need to know. What she doesn't know doesn't hurt her. So, thanks again, man. Appreciate the VNAV tutorial last night. Okay, let's see. Started out of open. All right, what was I gonna do? Now I'm all out of sorts here. we needed to go to the PMDG setup. Nope, we need to go to FS actions, payload, passengers. I want to max our passengers out. Be a little bit extra heavy. We're gonna take full packs. All right, and then I'm gonna go back, and for fuel, we're gonna take a little bit more. We're gonna take 50,000. We're gonna take an extra 6,000 pounds. So we're gonna even this out. 50,000 pounds. That's 5,000. That be a problem. 50 thou. 50 thou in the box. New zero fuel weight should be 407.2. 407.2. That checks. 390. Cost index of 148. I like it. Let's accept that perf data as id. Unable next altitude. That's fine. We'll take care of that later. Thrust limit. Takeoff TO1. We don't do right here at V1 Nation. Takeoff EPR 1.5 checked. We'll be doing a flaps 5. CG is 5.0. Speeds 33, 38, 48 are all set. Put you back, return, FMC legs page. AJ wants to do the Etna's 4 departures, so let's go back. Departures off of 7, Etna 4 Isiba transition, execute. That's going to mess things up a little bit. Is that going to screw up our takeoff speeds? No, it doesn't. Okay, so back to the legs page. Zoom this in here. Tight right turn all the way back around, and then out to the, I guess that'd be the east. Okay, that looks good. AJ, you happy with that? We're all set. Let's go ahead and fire up the Apu. We'll go on and start. We'll get that juicing up right now. This. Does the 777-200 have better performance than the 777 Whiskey? What's that, the 300? I actually don't know what the D rate is between the 2 and 300. I would imagine the 200 has got some pretty good perf on it compared to the 300. But I actually don't know if it's derated. I would imagine it's derated. More range than the 777-3? Well, that makes sense, because if you think about classic Airbuses, right? The 321 Classic versus a 319 Classic, 319's got more range, same amount of fuel tank capacity. I don't know enough about the 777 to know what the fuel tank capacity is between the 2 and the 300, the LRs, the ERs, the FRs, the MRs, the M4s. So 300 GEs are more powerful, right? But it's power to weight ratio, right? Power to weight. Same with the 321. The 321's got the engines, the IAEs, if you look at IAEs across the board, 19, 20, 21, the most powerful engine is on the 321, but it's the same engine. It all has to do with derated. Just trying to get you likes, Barry CLFO. Appreciate you, AJ. I guess AJ's on a jump seat. So APU is up and running. Let's go ahead and disconnect from primary. Let's go auto, on, in-op. APU bleed will be coming on. Fuel tank pumps are coming on. Fueling has been completed. Let's go to the ground services over here. We'll go we'll go ground ops. Let's go to door management. How to replace the tires. Full disclaimer. I was doing a practice approach. How to replace tires on the left side. So hopefully I got that one out of my system. Everyone says you can only butter the 777. While that may be true, you can also smash it, because I did it in a testing approach just before the stream. So tires have been replaced. Everything else looks good. Go back to ground vehicles. Let's go ahead and I tell you what, let's just get rid of all of them. We'll release all of them. For doors, let's go ahead and close all doors. Replay ruins the tires, by the way. Ah, that would make sense. Okay. Who's calling me now? Why am I getting voicemails? Spam. Auburn, Idaho. Yep. Spam, spam, spam. How many did I get today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spams today. All right. Doors are closed. Arm all. All doors and slides are closed and armed. Ground connections, release the ground power, release the air conditioning unit, remove the chocks. We're looking good. Let's throw this down here to the bottom. Let's get the beacon light on. Let's do that. Oh, trim units need to be 5.0. Oh, I guess it helps if you plug in the yoke. That would be beneficial. Let's go ahead and connect the yoke. Yoke is connected. We need 5 units of trim. There she comes. I like using this. When would you use this over this? Just an alternate source to moving the trim. I don't know. These levers look kind of fun. All right, 5.0 on the trim is set. Recalls checked. Magic Barrel ref is set. No ATCs online. We'll set our top altitude. Fly level 390. Is there a restriction on the SID on the speed? I think there is for that turn. Let's take a look at it here real quick. I don't see anything. 4 miles, TIO, right turn 5,000. Maintain a runway heading with maximum climb gradient. Doesn't say anything about speed, so in that case, YOLO. Let's go ahead and V2 is 148. I'm going to set 250 just so it pisses everybody off. Flight director, so I don't forget LNAV, VNAV is armed. All right, we're ready to start up. Let's go ahead and run the checklist. All right, pre-flight oxygen, flight instruments heading, parking brake is not set. Park brake is set, beautiful. Before start, flight deck door closed, passenger signs, charter flight. Passenger signs are on. MCP V2 heading track altitude are set. Takeoff speeds 33, 38, 48 set. CDU pre-flight complete. Trim 5 units checked. Taxi takeoff briefing is complete. We're gonna start up here. We'll make a right turn. Then we're gonna taxi down this taxiway full length. No back taxi required. That's our taxi briefing. Before start, checklist. Taxi checklist is all that's left. What is that taxiway called? And then we'll close this for now. That's going to be taxiway Alpha. Alpha. Okay, Alpha on the Etnas 4. Is there a CTAF at MROC? .CTAF MROC. No CTAF. 122.8. Cockpit to ground. Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. All doors, windows are closed. All hatches are closed. Chocks removed, ready for engine start. We'll see you guys on your return. Wonderful, because we don't do it a pushback. So we'll clear to start, let's spool them up. Flaps 15 for cinematic purposes? Can we do flaps 15? Ooh. Why the hell not? Your wish is my command. Dual start as well. So 27, 32, 42 on the speeds. That's going to be a very fast takeoff. 5.5 now on the trim. We need a little bit more trim here. I feel like this moves faster. 5.5 on the trim is set. All right, dual engine start. Beacon is on. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Start, start. Boom, boom. Shh. I really think the what engine model did we fly yesterday? GE. GEs are by far superior, I think. It was really quiet. Unless that's just how it is in real life. The engine start just seemed very quiet to me. Blackbird Controls dropping 20 gifted memberships. Shout out to Blackbird Controls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Absolutely impressive membership bomb. Thank you so much for the support, Blackbird. And again, we are using Blackbird Controls today, so mixing it up. If you guys are curious, make sure you check out !Blackbird for the best honeycomb Bravo mods money can buy. So flap track, fairing, speed, all that is what we got. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Blackbird. All right, so norm, that's good. APU is coming off. Overhead is pretty much set. We're going to do flaps 15. So with our Blackbird control lever that is not upside down, 1, 2, 5, 15. Oh, Blackbird, I got your email, by the way, dude. Thanks, man. Excited. I just mounted it backwards today, just for fun. B101 says, as per Robert Randazzo's post yesterday, the new engine sounds are not in yet. True. Yeah, that's also, I thought, yeah, for those that do not know, PMDG is in the works of doing, they have new sounds coming, completely new sounds coming. They're rendering them. It says it takes a couple weeks. So, we will definitely be looking forward to those. I actually liked what we flew yesterday. What we flew yesterday were great. I can't wait to see what they are after the sound update. Let's do a quick flight control check. Rudder. Oh, I love how that rudder's kind of delayed after I press the pedal in. That looks good. Or pedal in. All right, here we go. Anti-ice is off. Recall checked. Auto brake. RTO. Flight controls free. Correct. Ground equipment clear. Cockpit ground. You're cleared. Taxi off. We'll see you next time. Cool. Before takeoff, flaps 15 set. Blank the checklist. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. MROC traffic. Omni 357 heavy over here at the hard stand. We're going to be taxiing runway 07 via Alpha as soon as primary gets out the way. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, Giant 9895. We're taxiing 07 via Alpha at this time.
Brakes release. Here we go.
Yo, Fenix, you guys installed some rear view mirrors, man. You forgot the engine to do behind you.
It's okay, he's a mod.
Same tug drivers from LA.
Is that who the stowaways were? There's our ramp supervisor down there giving us the wave off. So we are not being contracted by a three-letter agency today. FedEx is going to go there. We're going to go around FedEx. We're going to go wide on the ramp here. Glad to see we're off to a good start.
Santa Maria traffic on the Express 817 heavy taxi runway 07 via Alpha.
So I deleted my rolling cache folder. Then I made it 100 gigabytes. Looks like we're starting to get the stutters while streaming. It's got to be it's a 24 thing, man. It's until Sim Update 2 drops. Until Sim Update 2 drops, can't do anything here. MROC traffic, Omni 357 heavy taxi behind company at 207. MROC. Unless Latam wants to go. Latam, if you're ready to go, you can go ahead. I know you've been waiting a while there on the Alpha.
Your Royal Highness can go first, sir.
Oh, okay, it's zippy. Right here. That way we get to watch your impact. I thought that was just like some guy trying to do a legit flight, and now there's a bunch of monkeys over here on the cargo ramp. I was going to give him the right of way. Guess my new PC's on the FedEx jet. It's going the long way around, man. It's going the long way around. All right, so flaps 15 are set. Our takeoff checklist has been completed. LNAV, VNAV is armed. Auto throttle to go. We got Toga set. Barrel ref has been set. 390 is set. Cabin ready. Auto brake. Passenger swing. Doors auto. We're ready. Look at that Walker Air transport over there. I still got to figure out what the deal is with Walker Air. As a VA, I mean, I see them everywhere, dude. They are probably... Are they the most popular VA in the sim world? Zach Leewine, what's up, my man? The controller yesterday was A++. Definitely. Ben out of LA is always fantastic. My favorite line is like, no, don't give way to him. Don't give way to him. Just don't hit him. Like, all right. Because that's never how it goes in LA. In real life, it's always give way to someone in the alley, or unless there's plenty of room, you know, then they'll pull them to the top and push you behind them. But he's like, screw that. Don't give way. Just don't hit him. It's my favorite line ever. Good VA. The main guy is straight. Oh, really? Uh-oh. That's not good. Iglufu, you asking about Blackbird controls? What were you asking? Iglufu, you will not be disappointed, my friend. I promise you. VPilot says you got 24 gigabytes. Yes, I have 24 gigabytes of VRAM on a, what is it, chat? What do I have? The XTX 9800 XTX?
And Giant 9895, we can leave some room on our left for the Omni train if you'd like.
Oh, what's going on? Who's talking about? I'm about to do intersection takeoff, cut all these guys off. What airports we using today? We're departing Costa Rica. MROC default, unfortunately. I have the VPilot Designs Costa Rica. It's fantastic. I just don't have it installed for some reason. And then we're going to, I believe, Takeoff Studio SKBG.
So I think we want Omni for us to go first.
Exclamation point CTD. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the 7900 XTX, that's the one, VPilot, that's the one. This is a huge Omni charter, yeah. Barry Seal's on board. I've got a bunch of, no, I was going to say Houthis, not Houthis. Who was Barry Seal flying? Contras. There may or may not be some Contras on board either. Is this the soccer tournament charter? Yeah, that's what's on the paperwork. We got a soccer team on board, according to the paperwork. Contract workers. 12 gigabytes is not enough for 2024. Yeah, VPilot. I would agree, man. That was why I went to the AMD graphics card VPilot Designs. I even had 16 gigs, and because if I wasn't streaming all the time, I think it would be okay. I'd be able to pull it off, maybe, but especially streaming in high and ultra settings in 2K, I needed more than 16 gigabytes. So the only option, I couldn't get a 5090, so the next best option for me was AMD. And so far, I got to say, it's been good. I thought we were going to crash right there as I said that. It's been good. I had a couple of crashes early on, but I, knock on wood, believe that has been fixed after I did a DDU driver wipe. And everything seems to be okay now. So, all right. Well, I guess we're going to give way to this guy here. He decided to make his own taxiway. Will it fit? I don't know. Now I think we'll... Not quite sure what that's all about. We're seeing what's on our tires here. You can see the lettering on the tires. Okay, Latam, settle down there. Brown noser. Wow, look at this.
Runway traffic, Omni Express 817, and heavy lining up on Lake 07.
All right, chat, remember, if you like this kind of content, if you like 777, if you like going to South America, airports that are way too small for the airplanes that we're flying, make sure you hit the like button, because that's what today's all about. That's what today's all about. People are always like, well, you can't fly a 777 to this airport. Watch me. So if you'd rather watch me fly LA to Vegas in a 320, then don't hit the like button. We could die, Andy. I think we're going to be fine. I haven't landed there. I literally just loaded in to see if the airplane would fit on the ramp and make sure the scenery loaded okay. So, but I mean, it's like what, 7,000 plus feet long? We should be good. We should be good. All right, let's spin the cam around. We'll get our yoke cam online. Throttletek cam is online. We are standing by. Brakes set. Let's watch this guy blast off out of here. Mickey G, dude, how is the Moza treating you? How's the force feedback yoke? We liking it?
Anti-air traffic, Giant 9895 is through 4,500, turn to the south, final call, Santa Maria.
78 with threshold,
Santa
7100
Maria
feet.
traffic on the
Yeah, we'll
express
be golden.
817, heavy takeoff, runway 07 at 74. Santa Maria.
Are we booting it up now? Is this the first boot up? What are you going to fly first? Duke. Lock the kids out of the office? Nice, man. Mickey G, I have... Oh, I was going to say I have profiles, but I don't have profiles for that. It's only for the Bruner. I was going to say Vodka and I have a Duke profile. I think I made the Duke profile, though. Didn't I, Vodka? Who's in the Lear? Is there someone in a Learjet? Oh, my gosh, there is. Oh, this is a cool screenshot. Look at the grass. Let's take a little screenshot here. Make Vodka proud. Thanks, Screen. That's a, what's a Lear 45? Costa Rica traffic, Omni 357 Heavy, gonna line up runway 07. Costa Rica. You can't line up and wait without controllers on. I didn't say line up and wait, I said line up and hang out.
Costa Rica.
Oh, what happened down there? There was a big puff of smoke. Ooh, is that a 7.4? Looks like a 7.4 on the taxiway there. That's you in the Lear? Nice, EVS. That guy get airborne? Oh yeah, there he goes. I saw a big puff of smoke there. It was kind of suspect. Let's see if we get this fresh line up in the words of XP. I undercut it. I undercut this one, I can tell you right now. I undercut, so I gotta come out here a little bit. We're flaps 15, so this should be pretty juicy. I still undercut it. My main, look, I'll tell you, so what I mean by undercut is my right main is going to be way closer to the center line than my left main. Yep, I'm like a full runway stripe over, you see that? We're straight-ish, but definitely undercut that turn. That's all right. Look at that, 7.4.
Santa Maria traffic on the express 817 heavy is crossing 8,000.
All right, he's passing 8,000. Let's set our heading. Runway heading checks 072 250. Ready to go. Magic barrel ref. Terrain mode on. Is he out of the way? Yeah, he's up to 8,000. Let's go. What's his MROC traffic? Omni Express 357 heavy departing runway 07 Santa Maria. All right. I feel like we should do it from outside. We haven't done an outside takeoff. Spool them up 50. Here we go. Yoga's in chat. Yoga. Thrust ref, Toga. Throttle hold. 100 knots.
V1.
Rotate.
I love the way this airplane rotates.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Fly with. Oh my. We gotta watch this turn though. Flaps 5. up. Bank angle check to the right. Really derating the thrust. MROC traffic, Omni 357 heading out of 6,300 in the right turn. Last call, Santa Maria. Trying to spot the airport. There it is, off the right wing. Definitely a little bit choppy today too. Look at that, 4,000 feet a minute almost here with the derated climb thrust. Hitting that stutter when I pan around. So rolling cash was not the fix. This was a good call on the departure though, AJ. I like this. Big bank angle check all the way around. See the airport on it? See if we can see. There's, I just made him out. There's Zippy blasting off. Tomorrow, Maku, I believe tomorrow is the release. I believe tomorrow is the release day, right? That's what has been said. Out of 10,000 feet. Landing lights, turn off lights, taxi, strobe, wing, logo. Oh, strobe stay on, my bad. Trim it down here a little bit, get a little bit more acceleration. Passing right over the top of MROC. There's the traffic, upwind in the turn. Bank angle check back to the left. Look at that, yeah, we're getting, look at our wing getting rocked. Tomorrow 16Z to 2359Z. Thank you, and had a call. So that is the estimated release day.
MROC traffic here, 50 Alpha, I'm going to have a waiting runway 07, MROC.
Learjet. That's sweet. Hi, salutes from Panama. Captain of the 737NG Max. Juan Santa Maria Airport is known as Coco traffic. Oh. Yeah. You're right. Coco traffic. Yes. That does sound familiar. Thank you. Thank you, Father. All right, let's go ahead and get something a little bit more straightened out. Let's go direct Isiba. Bank angle check. Right over the mountains will be plenty high. Left turn. I believe that's for terrain to have us go a little bit straight south and then over, but we're already going to be passing. Yeah, we're at a 14,000, so we can take that turn direct.
MROC traffic, Learjet, 50 Alpha, departing on 07, right turn out.
Siegel says, always best use DDU. Yes. As much as I was against DDU, thinking I didn't need it, definitely do it. Especially if you're going from an NVIDIA card to an AMD card or vice versa. Definitely use DDU. The wing flex looks way smoother than the 7.3. Yeah, it does. It does. I love the wing flex on the triple, man. I think it looks really good. Nice and smooth. It's not as, I don't know. The 7.3 wing flex to me, I don't know how else to explain it other than it looks like it's not at the same
traffic,
FPS
Walker 5099 heavy lineup,
as your
voice 07.
rest of your screen is. Because the animation looks good and looks correct, but I feel like it's not as smooth, you know? I'm on a trip with the 320, but I'm missing the 767. Hi, Ball. What's up, man? Thank you for the 2-month support. Appreciate you. You're missing the 7.6, huh? Yeah, but I bet you're liking the tray table in said 320. Magic Barrel ref up there at 18.5 will be a transition there, so we're pretty much locked in trim ref speed right there. We're pretty much hands free now. Look at that. We're locked into that trim reference speed just about. We'll go ahead and engage autopilot 1, or autopilot, excuse me. Autopilot is engaged. We'll go ahead and get rid of you. Everything looks good. Let's pull this up. Checklist. After takeoff checklist. Landing gear flaps are up. Descent checklist. Nothing left. Clear you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Go back to our full screen cam. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, we got a set standard. STDs set once, twice, and thrice for AJ. He's already got one. Neat clouds. I like that they are different and not always puffy cotton balls. Yeah, I do. The clouds, the high level clouds look pretty good today. They really do. That's a good observation. It's almost like they've got some lenticulosis. It's not a word, but almost looks like they look like it would be bumpy, and we're definitely getting some bumps out here. Look at that. They're definitely getting some turbulence today. Fenix just posted an update saying they ran into a hiccup and adjust your watches to Fenix time. Ruh-roh. Well, that's unfortunate. Why do you use flaps 15 instead of 5? Cinematic purposes, as the field said. I've actually never done a flaps 15 takeoff. Felt pretty good, though. A couple of weeks, not months. Yeah, the engines are wobbling, too. I feel like you can see it best from this view here. Try to get it different.
1 centimeter traffic, Walker 5099 heavy, taking off 07.
Walker's blasting off. That's pretty cool right there. Mr. Sat, what's up, man? The engine shake on the 200 ER seems to be way better than the 300 ER. Really? The 300 more is like engine jitter. Interesting, Mr. Saturday. Awesome video, by the way. If y'all haven't seen Mr. Saturday's across the pond video he did in a 319, it's like A3. I wanted to fire up the 319 and just fly it for fun, man. I like that livery you choose too. Finally, my 1 hour meeting is done. AJ, but welcome back, man. You can do flaps 20 takeoff in the 300 ER and freighter. Not sure about the 200. Wow, that's quite a lot. I think at Microsoft a lot of the turb comes from the mountains. Yes, there is definitely mountain turbulence in 2020 and especially in 2024. If you turn on visualization of the wind, it's pretty crazy when you see stuff like rolling over the hills and everything. It definitely makes for a more fluid environment, I think. And I think that's another reason why I like 2024. Despite its issues, despite its stutters, it's so much more organic flying. I mean, I just feel like the sim is more organic when I'm flying around. English, I'm trying. I just wrapped up my last class of engineering school. Oh, man, Steven. Well, cheers, dude. That means you can do more flight simming. Matt says as a professional pilot. I'll get back to that. We're doing 7.7 now. We're going to pick it up. We haven't quite transitioned yet. Let's go ahead and lock in 8.3. Matt says, as a professional pilot, do you feel that flight simming at time cultivates real-world bad habits, like almost forgetting to do a checklist or something like that? No. Yes and no. The main reason being, like, when I fly the airplane that I fly in real life in the sim, I do all my flows and checks like I do in the real world. So I don't cultivate bad habits. I feel like you could, but like when I fly the Airbus on stream, all my flows and everything you see me do, they're the same flows that I do in the real airplane, according to our SOPs. So that, I think that reinforces muscle memory and things like that. And that is one of the main reasons I went down the rabbit hole for about 2 years trying to find the best at-home Airbus cockpit peripherals that were short of making a cockpit build, but better than entry-level gear. So that's how I landed on the Throttletek Quadrant, landed on the FSprojects side stick with the force feedback base from Moza and the Cat 3 design tiller system. And the reason for that being is when I tried to get the, I actually did get the Thrustmaster stuff when it first came out. This was around 2020. And if you remember, 2020, something going on, COVID. So I was spending a lot more time at home than normal. So I was using the sim to stay proficient. And I've noticed myself, I noticed my muscle memory was changing a little bit on my throttles. So I can't remember what I did. I think it had to do with the placement of the parking brake, or whatever. I can't remember what I did. Something with my hand on the throttle lever, because the TCA Airbus pack, while it has some cool stuff there on the, like, it has parking brake and everything, but it's not in the right spot that it would be in the real airplane. And I realized that's a problem. So then I was like, okay, I need to either not use that at all, or I need to use something that has a proper, physically correct location of the speed brake, rudder trim, parking brake, flap lever, all that stuff. Oh, you know what it was? I think it was flap and gear lever in the same spot. So that's why I was like, okay, I got to get rid of that. I got to get something that is more realistic. That's what landed me on Throttletek. And then just for proficiency of flying, man, I think the most accurate that you can get flying an Airbus is FSprojects side stick with some sort of control loading device, whether that's a Brunner base or the Moza base, and then tuning it to be like the Airbus pressures on the stick. So now everything else, you know, it doesn't matter if I do something wrong, because I don't fly the 777 right now. You know, if I was flying the 777 real world, I would be doing everything like I would do at the real airplane. I find it's the other way around. Learning the flows and lists makes you do it more in the sim. I don't fly the 7.3 the same way I did a year ago. Well, that's a perspective coming from the opposite, right? So someone who has never flown the 737 to learning how to fly the 737 with real flows. Now you fly the 737 in the sim with real flows. Just reinforces the correct way to do things. So. I was a train driver for a local engineer company, and playing train sims didn't make me screw up in real trains. Trains aren't planes, though. Use sims to reinforce good habits, not excuses to make bad new ones. Good point there, Blackbird Controls. Yes, indeed. What will that not help with performance, reducing stuttering? Oh, what would? Are you talking to AJ? How would you compare FS-24 flight dynamics to X-plane, though? Man, Zach, the only X-plane flying I've done has been in the 7.4, the Felis. And the Felis is such a unicorn, man. It is such a fantastic airplane to fly. It's got fantastic flight model. It's got, I don't know, man. It's a unicorn. But I've already done a comparison. I mean, let's stick to the Airbus. I'm not going to complain. You know, I know Mr. says, here we go. Listen, if you're a hardcore X-plane, nothing I say or anybody will say is going to change your mind, right? But what I can say, how did he get that trip? How did he pick up that trip? I don't understand that. What I can say, though, is that when I tested the Airbus, let's just take feel away from it. Okay, because feel is going to be highly dependent on what type of peripherals you use. So let's just take feel away from it. Let's look at the data. The Tolus was too slippery. The Fenix was right on. The flare mode and landing, the way I can describe it is X-Plane, it feels more stable than Microsoft. In Microsoft, it feels more fluid. And in my opinion, that feels more realistic. Now, when I fly the Fila 747, I can tell you right now that that doesn't feel like it's on rails, because if you watched our last stream when we're landing on in wind shear and everything in Tenerife, that was amazing. But I think that's a testament to the flight characteristics and the flight modeling of that airplane. So, but if you just break down the data of what the airplane does, you have to look at the development of the systems and everything. The Fenix Airbus series is the most realistically simulated Airbus out there in terms of systems, in terms of like not having ECAMs that are in a different model of the Airbus but are in one model of the Airbus being in all your models of the Airbus. Like it's very well put together, and it's legit. Like the Fenix airplane is legit. I don't know why anybody likes to argue that. The Tolus is great. The Tolus is a good airplane. But when you deep dive, I don't think it's as up to par or as up to the same level as the Fenix. Now, what the Tolus has over Fenix, I'll tell you this right now, and basically, well, I wouldn't say any airplane and X-plane because it's really Tolus specific, but the ISCS of the Tolus, which allows you to save state exactly and do repetitive training scenarios, so repetitive V1 cuts, repetitive single engine approaches, whatever it may be, engine fires, being able to save state, load right back into it, everything the same, and just boom, 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 go over and over and over, that's fantastic. And matter of fact, I still use the Tolus for abnormal situations. So as good as the Fenix is and as good as I think Microsoft is, when it comes to single engine handling, comes to single engine performance, and doing repetitive training scenarios, I still will prefer the Tolus. So, fly the sim that makes you happy the most. If you're not smiling while using a sim, what's the point? That perfect. Virtual Flight Diaries, virtual. Well said. Do a quick Google and you'll see the history. They do make a good Airbus, though. Oh, you're talking about the Test DXEs? Mr. Saturday, get out of here, man. Phoenix flushable toilets when? Well, so here's the thing, Bills Mafia. Phoenix could do a flushable toilet, and then you would lose 2 FPS, and then everyone would complain about FPS. Oh, we just flew through a disco. What does it go into? Heading mode? What happens if you fly into a disco? We flew into it. Oh, wow. You stay. Okay, so now this is interesting to me. Is this a Boeing thing? So we flew into the discontinuity here. We're still in LNAV. How can you be in LNAV mode if you're not naving to anything? So in the Airbus, if you fly to a disco, you get a ding, 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 and it goes into the most basic reversion mode, heading FPA, or if you're in a climb vertical speed. So, or track FPA, actually. You go into track mode, so it wouldn't turn at all. Interesting, because I just find that funny that we're in LNAV, but we're not LNAVing. Let's go ahead and take it to Jemer. Execute LNAV. We don't have to hit LNAV in this airplane. That's different than the 737, courtesy of Full Flap Sim. He actually once flew allegedly from departure destination in heading mode. So, bug or weird Boeing thing? That I'm not sure. See, it's when you run into scenarios like that, I can't comment on. I don't know if that's a bug or real thing. So according to Full Flap, he says in the 7.3, it would go into CWS mode, which would kind of make sense, right? Because it's control wheel steering. It doesn't have nowhere to go. I don't know if it would stay in LNAV mode if you fly into a discon. You can't be in VNAV off a lateral path. Correct. So how can you be in LNAV off a lateral path? That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm firing up the sim finally now, but my wife wants me to fire up the charcoal grill. What excuse do I give her, chat? It's raining, Mickey G. Oh, dang it. You're in a different state now. listen, Mickey G, you tell her that you'll fire up that charcoal grill when you're darn good and ready. And then you just slam the door. And then go fire it up after you get the sim fired up so you don't have to sleep outside. What are your specs? Exclamation point specs. I hit buttons and pray that I get from A to B. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. My entire sim career is based on luck. And luck ain't enough. Yeah, but hey, JT, if you're having fun, man, it's all that matters, dude. It's all that matters. Out here giving a marriage advice sponsored by divorce lawyers. Yeah, wait till we hit TOD. All right, less than 1,000 feet to level off. I'll throw the weather radar on. I don't know if there's anything out there. Weather is on. Getting ready to level. I'm surprised for as much perf as it has. It does struggle when you get all the way up to the top. VNAV Prague, next page. Recommended max 41, optimum 38. We're cruising at 39. And we're going to do 8.6. 300 feet to go. Come on, baby. You can do it. Mickey G says I'll use this Moza eventually. Or you can just say that the coals are wet, Mickey G. The humidity is too high and the coals are too damp. You can't grill today. You got to put the coals out in the sun for a while. John, I don't have the new DFW. But I believe, didn't DFW just get an update for 2020? Because in 2024, DFW exists and it's good. I think from what I have seen, the 2024 default DFW is better than the payware DFW for 2020. But I don't know if 2020 got a DFW update. I thought it did. I thought I saw Captain Canada talking about a DFW update in 2020. Lone Star, what's up, man? We just went to Buc-ee's today, dude. All right, here we come. 390 locked and loaded. It is a shorter flight, so we don't have a whole lot of time to hang out, but we're going to do cruise altitude 390, 86 Mach. Why are you not going into 86 Mach? What am I doing wrong? I need to do that. There we go. 86 is engaged. Looks like it's smooth. Seatbelt sign is coming off. This is a charter flight. Smoke them if you got them. Buc-ee's, the Sacred Beaver. Great now in Texas. Oh, yeah. So, dude, my kids love Buc-ee's. We actually just bought another blanket today. It was like had pink cowgirl boots on it. And it said boots and beavers or something. And my oldest was like, we have to have it. I'm like, yes, we do, because we don't have that one. So we've got about 7 different Buc-ee blankets. We just got a new one added to the collection. The kind of cloud situation always makes me wonder if I should turn on anti-ice systems. Antonio, so this is kind of a hot topic. Are we passing somebody off the right, or is that our cons? Oh yeah, we're flying through somebody's cons right now. Caution wake turbulence. Look at that. We literally just crossed over someone's contrail. I wonder if we're catching that Omni in front of us. How far out is he? Oh, we're same altitude. That's not good. I tell you what, let's go up to 40. We'll get above them. How to stall a 777 in about 10 seconds. Vertical speed 1,000. Mach 8. Jesus, here we go. A lateral offset. Douglas. No, I'm not going to mess with lateral offset. Although it'd be a good test. We should test it, though, before it releases. Does the lateral offset cause a WASM again? So, anti-ice. In SimWorld, Antonio, you can pretty much throw everything I'm about to say out the window because it really just depends on the sim that you're in. Real world, okay, real world, on the ground, we look at the OAT. If you're on the ground, OAT. Plus 10 to minus 10 with visible moisture is considered icing conditions. Now, as you take off and as you climb, we're going to look over at the TAT. And as it gets colder, once you reach negative 40 C in the climb out, you can, and you're in visible moisture, you can go ahead and turn the anti-ice off. So if you're in visible moisture and it's, minus 24, you'd still have the engine anti-ice on. Once you get above minus 40, that's technically now too cold, so we'll go ahead and turn the engine anti-ice off. On the descent, if it is minus 50 or warmer at idle power, we're going to turn the anti-ice on. That's our SOP, if you're in visible moisture. So it's a little bit more complex, real world jet flying, but in the sim world, I feel like sometimes it doesn't even matter. I feel like if you're in visible moisture and it's minus 55 outside, you'll still accumulate ice, so you have to turn the engine anti-ice on. But just keep that in mind. Now the Fenix, I really haven't had any issues where I couldn't run my SOP on the anti-ice and run into icing problems in the Fenix. The Fenix seems to handle it correctly. But again, that could be, I don't know if that's an airline or a airplane dev problem or a core sim problem that has to be solved, because I feel like I've experienced both. I feel like I've experienced icing in conditions that were, I know I've had icing in the 146 in the Avro RJ when it's cold outside, but there's no visible moisture at all. So that's a sim thing. You can't accumulate ice if there's no visible moisture. That's definitely a sim problem. Blackbird Controls dropping another 10 gifted memberships. Shout out Blackbird. Thank you, man, for the support, dude. Really appreciate you. If you guys picked up a membership from Blackbird Controls, make sure you say thank you. And it's not a requirement, but you should at least check out blackbird.com if you pick up a membership from Blackbird Controls, because they are that good, chat. There's some add-ons in the sim that I get that I'm just like, you guys are going to love it no matter what. The Duke, Just Flight stuff, the Fenix, right? There's more. PMDG, I feel like you're going to love it. Especially the 7.3. It's so fleshed out. It's like, it's polished, right? There are certain add-ons in the sim that you're just going to love. There's certain sceneries in there you're just going to love. Skardu, Pakistan, Pasto. Is there another one that's like super epic that I know y'all love? I don't know. Those two come in my name. But there you go. Then it's like hardware. I know you're going to love the FSprojects stuff. I know you're going to love the Blackbird stuff or the Throttletek stuff. So, few and far between. Now at 40, we're going to overtake this guy. Look at this. I think once we overtake him, we will descend back down. Too many great names, it says. Yes. Turn in the chat green. Thank you all for the support, man. I really do appreciate that. All right, we leveled off here now at 40 thou, 876 on the mock. Looks like we're going to catch this guy. It's kind of a cool view here as we overtake him. Following the 777 up front reminds me of the time I was on a Thai 350 and my friend was behind us and a Thai 777 flying through our wake for 6.5 hours. Crazy, man. Yeah, flying through those wakes. So it's kind of interesting. When you fly through the contrails, you would think every single time you're going to get rocked. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you get rocked just below the contrails. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened that one night I was flying back from Minneapolis and my iPad hit me in the forehead. That's how hard we got hit by a wake. And then everything was fine. Middle of the night, Minneapolis, Dallas. And I had my EFB was on I had it out of the cradle. I had it on the tray table. And just out of nowhere, bam! My head goes down, iPad comes up, cracked me right in the bridge of the nose. And then it was smooth. Literally thought we hit an airplane or broke a wing or something. But that's why you always wear your seatbelts, right? Always keep that seatbelt fastened. Look at the shadow. This is cool. So the sun is directly behind us. This is cool. Look at the shadow of the vertical stab on the fuselage. That is unique. That's pretty cool. Did you break the iPad? No, but it dang near, it felt like it broke my nose, man. But it was more like an adrenaline dump. It was like, what? Hot take, but I like the TBM glass pit. With Black Square, you can still have the depth in this depth of this module with the glass avionics. I'm not. So the TBM, the Black Square TBM is not glass. If that's what you're asking, DB. Ultimate Flight Tablet. Yeah, that's an Omni traffic we're going to take over. It's kind of a cool view here. I want to keep it outside here as we come over the top. As I go inside view. This is pretty cool. Sorry, it is the Ultimate Flight Tablet, yes. Did you see the BS video from Mark Rober saying Google is helping aviation contrails like airlines to fly lower fraction of CO2? No, I didn't see that. Did you see where Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun by literally chemtrailing? What's funny is everyone's been trying to convince you to go solar, and now we're going to block out the sun. So that seems like a great idea. We are at 40,000 feet. Where's AJ at? I know AJ's be all over this. All right, TCAS, I have control. Traffic in sight, no factor. He's 1,000 feet below. Oh, is that me, Zippy? I'm going over the top. No, that's not you. You're behind us. We're overtaking this 7.6 here. Are we going to see Blackbird Milvis C-130? Yes, Mr. Sat. We are, dude. Are we going to see it on a Mr. Saturday trailer video? Dougal's in the house. How you doing, Dougal? Dougal, have you ever rode on an Omni Air International? I feel like in your line of work, you may have flown on one of these three-letter agency chartered 767s or 777s. We got any 400 conspiracies? Well, it's not a conspiracy. I mean, Bill Gates, they're flat out like testing the. So what they want to do is they're going to fly airliners really high up. I don't know if they'll be modified or whatever it is. Maintain vertical speed. We will. And it's going to release reflective particulates in the atmosphere. So when you see the reflective particulates in the atmosphere, it'll be like a mirror. So then the sun will be reflecting off those, and it would not be penetrating down to the Earth's surface, creating, I guess, 24/7 shade. Or they said it's like the equivalent of a volcanic eruption, which, I mean, if you ever heard of the dinosaurs, volcanic eruptions and dinosaurs didn't end so well. So I don't know why we'd want to mimic that, but hey, whatever. I've flown on too many Omni aircraft, Major Mark. Oh, man. Sulfur dioxide, you believe? Ooh, is that what it is? I think the UK government has just invested in that sun blocking scheme. Yes, government is involved, so it will likely fail. Likely fail. Yep. Oh yeah, asteroids. That's my. That's what I meant. I have the Tiger. That's what I meant. All right, so maintain 400. How long do we have to maintain 400? We're locked in above him. Look at that, 777. 7.6 can't keep up, man. Once we get clear of this, we will might descend back down. We'll see. Didn't Omni have CIA ties? Yes, they did. Omni did, yeah. Dude, I saw, so when I was flying for the regionals, I was in Bangor, Maine. There was a Omni 7.6 that just came in from somewhere. And you would have thought that it was a presidential motorcade, and you like the security involved around the airplane, you would have thought it was something like that. But it wasn't. There was no ground hold. There was nothing. It was just the amount of security personnel, the amount of unmarked vehicles, and then the amount of what appeared to be men in what's that camo pattern? In like it was like wasn't a digi camo, whatever. It was like they had camo pants on and gray shirts, but it was weird. They were parked on the hard stand. I worked at Bangor for a little while too. Nice, dude. Yeah, I was also in Bangor, Maine when another Omni charter came in. They just had like U.S. Army soldiers, guys were coming back from overseas, and they had like all the welcome home flags. Because isn't Bangor like where they? That's like the first stop, right? Coming in, it's like a big port or a big airport for that stuff. Multicam, maybe it was the multicam. A BDU, no, it wasn't. It wasn't the BDUs. It wasn't those. Maybe DCUs. I want to say Flectarn, but that's like not a thing, right? Anyway, but yeah, I have been there too in Bangor, Maine, where they have just soldiers coming in because they do the charter, so they'll fly them. Omni did a lot of U.S. soldiers, military charters going out of Bangor, Maine. Pretty much every single deploying Army went through Bangor during the wars. Wow. National Cargo does a lot of that too. Saw 330 RFD. Ooh. Franz, welcome to Private Pilot, man. Glad to have you on board. Thank you for the 5 months of support, my friend. All right, so top of descent is only in like... No, that's not top of descent. That's TBG. I was going to say, that's way close. TOD is a little further up. Are we getting ready to pass another aircraft? I think we are. We're getting ready to pass someone else. But I'm gonna pull up. The star because I haven't looked at the star at all. Most recent video from Citation Max, London to Bangor, Maine. Nice. I feel like Bangor, Maine is also a divert option for a lot of the wide bodies coming in from Europe too. I feel like I've seen a Speedbird and a Swissair in Bangor, Maine too. So my regional, we flew to Bangor, just regular regional service all the time. But I used to see airplanes where I'm like, why is there a Speedbird in Bangor, Maine? Atlas flew me home for my first cruise on a 744. Had to remove parts of the Naval Air Station so they could land and get to the ramp. Nice, dude. That's awesome, man. A 744. At least it wasn't like a C-17 or something, right? 744, a little bit more luxurious. The USO in the Bangor terminal is a museum now. I think you're right, because I think I've been through there post. I went through there and they had a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of memorabilia and a bunch of pictures and plaques and stuff. All right, SKBG. Now, I need to figure out what the winds are doing because it's going to change greatly our approach. So there is an ILS to 3.5, 6,800 feet landing available. So let's come over here and let's go ahead and just get an ATIS early, so we can, because we might have to change the whole. That's not what I wanted. Might have to change the whole arrival. Didn't ATA do military charters? They did military and. Was it Postal Service? Did they have a postal contract? Or was it military? I think you're right. They lost, Joe Plains, they lost that military contract, and I think that was kind of their nail in the coffin at ATA. If I'm not mistaken. I know they lost a contract. I think it was the military contract. SKBG Airport. We'll pull it from Vatical Sim. We'll send it. Is that guy just hanging tight behind us? Oh, he's right behind us. Hopefully we'll pull away. Bing bong. A lot of Omnis coming to Alliance? Yeah. Oh, dude, so I was fishing on Eagle Mountain Lake the other day, and that's right above that Naval Air Station there, F-35 base. Dude, it's so sick, man. F-35s coming in. I actually saw a couple F-18s. I saw a Poseidon, or whatever the Navy 737 is, right? P-3, Poseidon. Saw one of those coming into land. This was on Monday. It's pretty epic. We're fishing on one part of the lake that right under the final, man. How does it feel IRL when you're flying with no stutters and high FPS all the time? Sounds amazing. Well, it's funny you say that, John, because there have been times when I've been flying an approach in the real airplane, sunset, all the lights are on, everything looks good. There's rain, I got the radar on, and there's 0 FPS drop and 0 stutters. And I've actually thought of that when I'm flying the real airplane. I'm like, man, there's no stutters right now. This is awesome. Most notably, the last time I remember distinctively thinking that was flying into Miami at sunset. And it was just beautiful, man, because you had like some of those isolated air mass thunderstorms off to the south, radars pinging them. But it's not, I mean, there's no threat. They're just kind of out over the water there. The lighting is epic. The traffic is epic, all the road traffic, you know. I was like, man, I'm getting great FPS here. You should try being at the Naval Base in Fort Worth. It gets loud. Oh, I bet it, Diabetic Lad. Hey, there you are, man. What's up? Good to see you. I'm going to need some insulin, man. I got this new Starbucks tea today. And, suspect, dude. Way too sweet. I'm going to have to not get this one again. Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome in. Speaking on Poseidon, can you imagine if Boeing sold the 737 with the raked wingtips to airliners? That would have been pretty sweet. Flat wing raked wingtips? Yeah, that would have been. That would have been really cool, man. I like the flat wing, man. The no wing tip, no winglet is epic. Right there. No ATC and SKBG, you're not going to get a bing bong. Oh. Is that true, AJ? Because I've got some right here. Surface winds 310 degrees at 4 knots variable. It's not an ATIS. This is a minute weather. 210 wind 310 degrees at 4 knots variable from 260 to 20. Visibility unrestricted. Clouds scattered at 1,000 feet. Scattered 6,000. Temperature 23. Dew point 20. QNH 1012. Okay, so if that's the case, let's go back to the index. Let's bring up Mr. Randazzo's hand here. There it is. We are going to land 3-5, and I'm going to pin this approach mode. ACARS weather, man, isn't that cool? Does hey, if AJ, does your 777 do that in X-Plane? Does it bring you in the ACARS weather, like a minute weather, ASOS weather? So the FPS in the real 320 doesn't get affected when you flush the toilet? Yeah. That's true, Bills Mafia. Alright, so we're going to pin that one. ILS Zulu or Yankee? I can't remember. I have the Yankee selected. Yeah, that's the right one. The Yankee is what we want. We'll take it off of Paicusta? PIE? Oh, we could do off Sigfox, actually. Let's do that. So ILS Yankee Sigox for the star coming in from the north. Ija 1 Hotel. Ija 2, Ija 1 Hotel. This seems excessive. What was it? Or Whiskey 111 EJA. Where's EJA? So there we go. Okay, and that's just straight in. ARC. This is PIE. Okay, EJA 1 Hotel. Beautiful. Alright, so that's what we want. Is the TCAS stuck? No, I believe he's just... It's because he's right behind me still. I can see him right there. I'm not supposed to descend. Let's go up to 41. Let's see if that fixes it. Give us a little more spacing. Alright, I'm going to try this full flap. 41,000 feet. I want flight level change. Right? Here comes the power. Don't overspeed. Did I get wasmed? No, I didn't get wasmed. What are you talking about, AJ? No wasm here. No, you can't. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to climb like a poor today. VNAV climb? Oh. Well. No, see now it says cruise out target. No, you screwed me up. You screwed me up. Flight level changed. No, not 256. Gosh dang it. Saboteur. Literally just saboteured me here. We're doing wonderfully. Why does this keep going back to, Alright, I'm going to just do it the old school way because I still don't understand. Vertical speed, a lot. Mach, a lot. Climb. Freaking full flap here, saboteuring me. The only thing worse than your Boeing flying skills are my stakes. That's true. Put it in the window and hit the button. It's in the window. 41 is in the window, but it wanted to level. I wonder why we still have that TCAS target there, though. That is suspect. I'm taking her to the limits, chat. We're also running out of daylight. I probably should have wound the sim back a little bit. Push the alt knob. Oh, yeah. No, I pushed it. It's pushed. It's pushed. We're at 41. I know. I already pushed it. So that was fine. Full flap just saboteured me. We were in flight level change, was climbing fine. Then I hit VNAV and it decided to level off and it said speed target. Give me my $2 back. I do wonder why the TCAS is still up there, though. Is there a way to, well, he is. We're 2,000 foot separation, though. I feel like, can you see traffic in plan mode? No? Let's step through this the way we're looking at it. LCE, OTU, Berto, EJA. Oh, that actually looks okay there. Almost don't even need the star, you know? After EJA, we're going to go direct to SIGOX. Let's do that. So after EJA, we're going to go SIGOX, and we're going to put that right here. We're going to get rid of that arc. Beautiful. So now, beautiful. That's what I want. That looks much better. Perfect. You can't set the TCAS off completely and then back to TRA and it should go away. Let's try that. Let's go TCAS off TRA and it's back normal. Is that a real Boeing thing? Is that real what you have to do in the 777? You have to turn TCAS off? Surely that's not right. All right, we don't need that anymore. Let's go back to VNAV. We are 42. Cruise altitude 41. Prague is looking good, chat. We are looking good. Top of descent 229 miles. I'm getting ready to overtake another narrow body down there. I've heard Boeing pilots say they very rarely use flight shuttle chains because it's kind of crazy. Well, full flap must be crazy because he says use it all the time. Okay, to change altitudes up or down, stay in VNAV, change the window, push the knob, profit. But why did it say speed target then? It gave me a DDD speed target. Oh, pairing alert, chat. Oh, I bet I'm too late. Oh no, it's a training pairing. Can't pick up a training pairing. Bummer. Because you came out of VNAV that went back in? Erroneous. Erroneous. I think we need a VNAV tutorial from Full Flap Sim. I still believe throttle hold is useless. In an airplane with auto throttles. Throttle hold is useless. Tomorrow. Okay, cool. I'm going to be on the range tomorrow. What's a training pairing? So a pairing that's locked for training. So IOE, upgrade, downgrade, currency, line check, stuff like that. Well, you're on luck. Full Flop Sim has a whole Boeing 737 series. That's true. Is it in 60 FPS or is it in slideshow form like his last stream? Flight level change for when ATC says descend and maintain. So what happens if ATC says descend and maintain and I VNAV down? On lower altitudes minus VNAV, isn't flight level change per because you have speed protection? That's a good question. Clouds are looking very FS 2004, you say. Really? I think they look pretty volumetric. Up top, they do look a little blocky up here, yeah. It's a real thin layer. So that's when you use flight level change. Interesting. Rumor has it full flap PC still hasn't cooled down from the stream. Unless we're below about 5,000 feet, then vertical speed, because flight level change can really bury the nose. Imagine flying in the year 2025 and having to use vertical speed. Unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. Yes, I'm talking to you, RJ45 drivers. I think I need to put real time back on because I don't want the sun to set. What is sim time? 1805? What's real time? Ah, that's better. Oh my god, these clouds look like X-Plane 11? No, they look better because there's no ants. All this ribbing, I bet our next game of Ron is going to be lit. Dude, I know the next time I'm playing Ron, I'm gonna have my Gordy Carbine next to me, Blackbird. Let's see, I actually got. These aren't Blackbird controls, but if your dad doesn't know what this is, he's your mom. And I also, Blackbird, hold on. Schwang, schwang. Can't show these on YouTube, though. Shut down my whole channel. You saw nothing. Another update came out for X-Plane 12. Clouds are a little better. Really, Antonio? A new one? Blackbird controls BCG when? Oh, man. The reason you can't start both GEs at the same time is because you need to hear each decibels of that startup. Nice, Romario. Nice, dude. Yeah, flashlight. It's a flashlight. I bought this Groovy brand BCG. Dude, actually, full flap. Okay, I watched a video waiting for the stream to start. The one I sent you, dude, the gas to the face actually looks, according to that YouTuber, was way less. I'm going to run it in both. Like I said, it's going to go on my other, it's going to go on a 12.5 after I get my Colt one. But if it's actually reducing gas to the face, I may just keep it. Who knows? Because that's one thing about my SD, dude. It's like, pff, that gun's pretty gassy for me. Pretty gassy. Oh, that looks good, though. It's just a very robust cable management solution. Was that an oil filter? Yeah, it's an oil filter light flashlight thing. If you wouldn't have told me it. Man, flip flap choosing violence. Wait, how did you get a membership gift today, full flap? But you already have 3 stripes. That's suspect. Cody, what's up, man? Got your chickens back at home now? Yes, chickens are back home. They're in the roost right now. And they are loving the rain because they're finding lots of bugs. Lots of bugs. Only flashlight that comes with a complimentary $200 tax stamp. Can the 777 go vertical after takeoff? I tell you what, empty, I bet you can get pretty darn close to vertical because the performance that I've seen on this bird is pretty fantastic. Now, almost, I would say, not every airplane, but I would say a lot of airplanes that are completely empty, you'd be impressed at the performance. Oh, look, this is cool. Here's our overtake of this guy down there, 2,000 feet below. It's unfortunate, the ortho, it doesn't matter what sim you're in, the ortho over South America has always been poor, which is unfortunate. Whether it's 2020 or 2024, you get these blurry, like, cloud overlay orthos down there. But on air shows they do, yeah. I mean, they're light, low fuel. And there's also an angle. So, like, the 78, remember when the 787 did its first takeoff and it looked like it's going completely vertical? It didn't actually go vertical. It was just the angle at which they film it, which is, you know, they have a fancy way of filming things. South America also has the best ortho IRL. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm surprised it's that way. It needs to be better. Now, wasn't there a South America pack, I thought, for 2020? Is there one for 2024? Or was that just a service update? A sim update? World update, maybe. Oh, look. We just blasted past that guy. Who is that down there? Should we go down there and see who that is? Let's go see who it is. Let's go down there and see who it is. Hopefully I don't lose control of my 777. I've never done this before. We're doing a airdrop real time. I'm going to need to speed up the camera here, though. Hold on. Drone speed. Let's go check this. Let's flight level change. That's me. I'm an Atlas, but it shows for you as Prime Air. Okay, right on. Well, doesn't Atlas Air do some prime contract? We're catching... Oh, look at this. We're flight level changing. I've never done this in the sim before. It's pretty cool. Oh, no, look. It shows you as Atlas. There you are. You're an Atlas, man. 7.6. Flight factor 7.6. Actually, a decent model. This is cool. I wish I could lock the drone cam right here and be like, oh, look at the stream. I'm streaming Flight Factor. Matter of fact, if I changed the title to Flight Factor 767 and this was what you saw, you probably would think I was being honest. He's probably got a bunch of iPhones down there. All right, we'll see. I got to reset the cam. Go inside and shut off an engine. I didn't know the Flight Factor got ported into Microsoft. Nice, diabetic lad. Nice. All right, back to cockpit view. We're cooking. We are cooking with gas, chat. I flew the 767 yesterday, Flight Factor, enjoyed it. Young Cereal Box, all jokes aside, has there been an update to it yet for recently, for like the new X-Plane 12 updating stuff? Have they done an update for the 7.6? Would be nice if you could lock the camera on another plane. Yes, it would be cool. I tell you what, Mr. Saturday has got some voodoo magic going on with his camera angles and his videos. Because, Mr. Sat, did you, like, record the whole flight and then go back and make a video? Like, I don't know how. I mean, it's awesome, dude. You got some serious video production. Remember the times when AI traffic models were 2 pixels? Yes, and 2 polygons? Yep. Mr. Saturday, you know 2024 is the sim of choice when the AI traffic in 2024 have better models than payware aircraft and other sims. Not yet. They're working on a massive art upgrade for the 7.5 and 7.6. See, now that has got me interested, Thomas Ray, because I've really enjoyed my time in the 7.4, and I'm holding off until there's another airplane that has really good art. Because if you guys watch, Blue Games also had a great video yesterday. He did a video comparing the Zebo and the PMDG. Now, I made a comment on his video where I think that it was really good because in his video, he showed all of the highlights of X-Plane, and he's comparing them to the highlights of Microsoft. The problem is there's highlights in X-Plane that do compete visually with some things in Microsoft 2020. Maybe not quite 2024, but definitely 2020. There is some competition there in some aspects of X-Plane 12 beta. However, that's not your whole flight. There's a lot of lowlights in an X-Plane 12 flight that I think cover up the majority of your flight, but you may have some instances that look really good. So I think visually it's going the right direction, and it's actually impressive at how much that lighting update has changed the sim. So who knows? Who knows if they keep going the right direction visually in X-Plane 12, it's really going to come down to the developers. Let's watch it. Do you think he'll get mad at us? Where is he? I'll pull it up right now, and we won't watch the whole thing, but I encourage you to watch it full 1080p or 2K or 4K. Blue Games. I'll show you some images of it. And he's comparing it with the, let's go inside here where it's quiet. We'll turn our sim down. Surely he wouldn't mind, right? Blue Games, OG dude. Blue Games is awesome. All right. Right here. Side-by-side comparison. So, Microsoft versus X-Plane. The only reason X-Plane looks good right here, let's give him a like while we're at it, is because I feel like it's just so blown out. But actually, I don't know. I mean, let me show you. He does some power-ups. He's doing the sounds, EFB comparison. All of this stuff, like EFB and stuff, comparison, I mean, there is a leg to stand on, but when you zoom back and you look at the whole cockpit, I don't think you can really compare. Here's a good shot of the cockpit, the lower, what is this screen called? Copyright strikes in 3, 2, 1. Nah, he doesn't have any audio. He doesn't have any music or anything on this. But I don't know which one looks more realistic. Here's a good one outside. You know, because this lighting looks good right here. So in this particular shot, this on the right, the X-Plane looks fantastic right here. V1 used that flashlight from 5 minutes to shoot X-Plane 12 graphics. Someone get the ADF on this, man. What ADF? Thank you, Captain Simp, for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Indeed. If I had any more, here's the thing. If I had any more driver timeout errors, I definitely would have been using that flashlight to take out this AMD. Guaranteed. Good to be blunt, I watched an X-Plane stream earlier where a new add-on airport was hugely praised. Honestly, in my opinion, it looked like FSX. What's up, dude? Hey, man. We can be blunt here. That's the thing. And we'll be honest. Like, that's what I'll be honest with you. And Blackbird made up a good point. The default airports in X-Plane 12 are incredibly better than they are in Microsoft. But there are things that I see in X-Plane because I've been going back myself, Dougal, like off stream. I've gone back. I've tried flying the King Air. I've tried flying the Torque Sim 525. I actually bought the Citation Torque, or the Torque Sim Citation 525. It's just, it's at a stage where I think X-Plane 12 is shooting off highlights that definitely we have never seen before, and they do compete with Microsoft Flight Simulator in highlight fashion. But on your average flight A to B, you're going to run into, maybe 20% highlights. The rest is going to be your standard X-Plane. But it's getting there. Here's another shot of the modeling outside. Now this I don't get too hung up on comparing models because I think you can definitely argue on different devs, which dev did this, which dev did that. So I'm looking at just the sim in general. Here's another shot. So I like to look at the lighting. So here, I do wish she was a little bit more zoomed out on the Microsoft one so we could see a little bit better, but you can kind of see we're kind of back to that X-plane gray dullness here. These look a little bit more poppy, but this is definitely yellow sim. I wish he would have done this in 2024. This shot in 2024 would have been, I think, the best because you could see this is why I call it yellow sim. It's like it's on a yellow filter. This is on a gray filter. So I'm not looking at models or sounds. I just wanted to compare. And there were some shots in here. Like this shot looks great. Look at this X-plane shot. Sun coming up over the terminal. This looks good. PMDG now, same shot. This looks really good, but this is yellow sim. This is gray sim versus yellow sim. I almost wish, I don't know if he did the same weather. I'd have to see or ask him if he did, like if it was real weather for both sims and maybe that's why they're different. I would love to see him do a video like this with clear weather, no clouds in either sim, right? So we get the just straight lighting effects and then do it with, you know, do a couple shots with zero clouds, do a couple shots with scattered layer, and then do a couple shots with overcast layer. Because I think if he's trying to run real weather on both sims, now you can kind of throw in the argument, the counter argument, if you will, of like, well, this weather system is better. This one doesn't have this uploaded yet, so I can understand that side of it. So you kind of need to get everything on the same baseline. But let's go to another shot here. I mean, this looks great, dude. Look at that. That's X-Plane 12. That looks amazing. Ground textures still look a bit outdated, albeit it looks like an updated airport scenery. It's hard to compete with some of the payware stuff we've seen on Microsoft ground texture-wise. Then he does the takeoff sounds. Now, this one I looked at here for a while. Full flap, are you still here? I don't like either of these shots. I'm going to be brutally honest on this one. I don't think either one of these look real. And I kind of was taken back by it. I'm like, well, the one on the right looks blown out. The cockpit is like way gray. The one on the left looks like I'm in a sepia. What was the old camera, Dougal, that you click the camera and it prints the photo out for you? AJ probably had one too. You click the photo, an instant photograph comes out. Polaroid. Was it Polaroid? The one on the left looks like a Polaroid photo. The one on the left looks like a Polaroid photo. The one on the right looks like you have those not cataracts, stigmatism. So, yeah, I looked at both these. I'm like, man, those both kind of suck. Maybe 2024 is the GOAT sim. So, but moving on. This one was epic. Okay, hold on. Let's actually play this for a second. Watch this. This is awesome. I think both of those look good. The only thing that ruins the X-plane here is the shadow. Get rid of this shadow. Now, the modeling, unfortunately, the modeling on the PMDG is better than the Zibo right here. Because just look at this line, and then you see this big square thing. So the modeling is not as good, in my opinion. But the atmospherics of both right here in this climb out look amazing. X-plane ants showing up there a little bit, and we've got the aliasing issue, right? But I'm trying not to look at airplanes. I'm trying to just look at atmospherics and lighting. Very impressive on the right. So we'll watch the yellow sim. Here's a yellow sim. Bank angle check to the right. Looks decent for yellow sim. He's got to do one for 2024. We gotta leave a comment. So you got to do one for 2024. Here is X-plane 12. What do you guys think? What do you think? Which one looks better? AJ has a point. $3 super chat. Always coming in to defend X-plane. The Zibo modeling is also $70 cheaper. Well, AJ, again, thank you for a $3 super chat. But remember, I'm not comparing. That's why I don't want to compare the model. I don't want to compare the airplane. I'm trying not to look at the airplane. I was just saying in that particular shot, the modeling of the Zibo, albeit $70 cheaper, ruins the direct comparison. But if you got rid of the cockpits on both, I think the atmospherics look good. This looks pretty dang good if you ask me. Now, this one, I got to go. The bloom, I think, is better on Microsoft here. Because you see how it's not like blooming through the overhead? This kind of like blooms through the panel. And then it's hard to compare when you're trying not to look at the model. But it looks really good. Here's a side by side. Hold on, this is a really cool shot here from Blue Games. Look at this. Both of these look pretty good. I actually think X-Plane 12 looks better in this photo. Get rid of the ants here. The color palette slightly more bluish and not as much yellow. X-Plane 12 wins in this one right here. So, put up a poll. X-Plane 12 is better. Well, unfortunately, I think that poll will get trumped by all the Microsoft fans we have in here today. I mean, there are instances where X-Plane 12 is better. In this shot, X-Plane 12 is better, in my opinion. He's got to zoom this camera out a little bit more to get a direct comparison. Yeah, I mean, I like that. The 7.3 almost looks better in this shot here, too. The Zebo really showing out. Get rid of the ants here on the wing. Really showing out there. Crisp, high contrast. Now, this is cool here. This is another one. X-Plane 12, in my opinion, wins on this one. Look at that. That is an amazing shot. See you above. Both sims have great and awful moments. Even Rex can't always save my yellow sim. But if I break it down to percentage, 2020 does a better job of immersing me in the flight. Yes, Zippy, and that's a great point. That's kind of what I was trying to hit at earlier. Maybe I didn't articulate it well enough. But, like, for instance, in this video, in X-Plane 12, if you did this flight in X-Plane 12, you're going to have a few moments of really high quality shots and imagery. Like, it's going to look epic for maybe 30% of the flight. But then the rest of the flight's going to look mid. Whereas in Microsoft, you're probably going to have 50, 60% of epicness and 40 or 30% of midness, right? So that's kind of where I think the balance is. But this, I mean, X-Plane 12 is killing it right here. X-Plane 12 killing it right there. Blue Hour, I wish he did Blue Hour in Microsoft, because this is a little bit past Blue Hour where kind of the sun's already set. It's dark, getting darker. So that top of descent, are we past it? Not yet, AJ. Not yet. Thank you, though. Not yet. Nice Blue Hour here. This is definitely coming out of the beta. I can't really say because I feel like this is two different times a day. Here's Zebo PFD actually looks pretty good. So I still think PMDG wins. Full flap, what color looks better? You're the seventh. You stare at these all the time. Which PFD looks better color-wise? Mr. Saturday says, the selection of shots, though, hides some aspects like X-Plane's lighting, engine's inability to pretend it's real-time. Reflections, and let's not even mention light reflections that uses a 2D sprite. Yes, absolutely right, Mr. Saturday. And that's, like I said, there are moments that are awesome, but you're going to have a lot of moments that are super mid. Full Flap says, the Zebo color-wise looks more correct. Interesting. I do like how the Zebo PFD is not fuzzy. It looks pretty crisp. Here's a landing. See, different times a day. It's 2011Z. It's 0308Z. So I don't even know how. He must be in different parts of the world. Wait a second. 03 and it's lighter. 20Z, or maybe a different time. Must be a different time of year. Because how could it be lighter? Unless this is morning time. Could this be morning time? I don't know. I don't know where he's landing here. I don't know where this is. But just two different types a day. Hard to compare. I actually... man, the runway looks good there too, though. Let's look at the runway lighting. Runway lighting. I mean, the bloom is a little overdone and not enough bloom, I think. What do you think, Full Flap? What runway lighting looks better? There's an aliasing issue going on down there. What I do like is you see how some of these lights are dark from all the rubber streaks over the lights. You kind of get this interrupted touchdown zone lighting where here it's just perfect touchdown zone lighting. That looks a little bit more realistic where some of the lights are kind of smudged. This is SFO. Okay, yeah, this is SFO 28, right? I mean, that does look pretty good. I just wish it was same time of day. Yeah, they're both wrong in different ways. That's exactly a good way to put it. They're both wrong in different ways. Center line. Oh. I got this one. Runway textures look good here. But this is, again, two different times a day, so it's kind of hard. Flyby cam of both touching down. I want to see that. Here we go. Explain 12 showing out, but again, it's different time of day. Reflections off the fuselage are epic. That looked like you're landing in LaGuardia. Here we go. Let's watch. Here's Fly Navy landing. Ooh! Yep. There the ants come marching down the slats. Down the slats. Reflections off the fuselage are juicy, though. Man. Yeah, need to be at the same time of there. But anyway, I'll link the full video. Go check them out. Blue Games. Epic. Great video. I would love to see him do one 2024 versus X-Plane 12. What's your favorite fighter jet? F-14 Tomcat. F4 is pretty sick, too. All right. Oh, chat. Full flap. We flew through the VNAV. We screwed up. Push it. VNAV. Do VNAV things. FMC, drag required. We flew through it. What do I do? Alt F4. Bottom altitude is 11,000 at Barranc. 11. What's happening? Speed brake. You just told me to add drag. And now it said speed brake extended. See? Throttle hold. Okay, I'm coming back to idle. We're at idle. No, Robert, I was not. Full flap was. Would you do DCS streams? You know, I used to do a handful of them. I did some videos. Streaming DCS is... It depends. Streaming DCS can be boring for the viewer. Because in order to perform well in a combat simulated environment, you can't sit there and read chat messages. And if you're doing a mission thing, like, there's a lot of time, you know, ingress, egress, a lot of dead air time before the, you know, some combat. So unless you're hardcore into it, I don't know if it's the best live streaming thing. Now, I have watched some of Blue Games DCS stuff, which is cool. I used to live stream the Apache. Pop the boards. Okay, I'm popping the boards. It's going to yell at me, though. I'm popping the boards. Checklist, descent checklist. Recall, notes, auto brake. Oh, we got to run landing perf. Let's actually run that this time as we descend down. Performance, landing en route, OFP, Palo Negro 3-5, airport in weather, auto brakes 3, calculate. Wow, we can't do it. Okay. Landing config 30, auto brakes 4. Calculate. All right, auto brake 4. Available landing distance 6896. Can I do max auto? Like, that's aggressive. Let's do auto brake 4. What? It's yelling at me again. Speed brake extended. See? Oh, because we're on the path. That makes sense. Auto brake max. We're going to do 4. We probably should use max, but we're going to use 4 because it's Microsoft. Landing data, VREF and minimum. So 30 and 134, that checks out. We'll put in 139. Do we still do that in the 777? Add 5. 139. The speed. Add a set. Approach briefing is completed. We'll leave that normal up for the descent checklist. No weather out there. We go ahead and turn the weather radar off, I guess. We'll go ahead and get rid of you. We'll throw terrain up on the ND. Landing data and bugs have been set. EFB approach 11,000. And then we're going over straight to the approach chart, so we can get rid of the star. Let's just keep this chart up. ILS Janky. We're going to be going into Cygox 190 at 8,000. Alright, minimum is 4220 DA or 366. So let's go radio mins because I don't want to dial in 4,000 feet. So we're going to do radio mins of 366. Get to that super chat here in a second. Thank you. Ah! .366 in the radio mins. That's set auto brake 4. We're on the descent. Let's go. What'd I miss here? Thanks, AJ. $3 super chat. The flight attendants will be handing out gum. Oh my goodness. Jonathan G, thanks for the $5 super chat as well. The X-Plane curse. Do you realize every time we bring up X-Plane on stream, something goes wrong? I know, dude. I know. It does. Sherwood Scott, welcome to Private Pilot, man. Glad to have you on board. Think for that. Does the 777 have VSD if you hit EFIS center button twice? Is that it? Data? Is that what you wanted? It's like normal mode there. I don't think 777 ever had it. Okay, it doesn't have it. All right. Down to 11,000. Getting high on path. 777 here. Lone Star 56. Welcome to Pilot, man. I want to see full flap versus V1 BFM dogfight. That wouldn't even be. We're going to have to impose a handicap. He has to be partial panel, single engine. Then maybe, and no partial panel, single engine, and he can't have VR or head tracker. Then maybe I might have a chance after I practice a couple times. V1 has to be in the 321. Actually, we should put full flap in like the P51 or something. If we get a podcast going, I'll tell you about the time I fought a Eurofighter Typhoon single engine. Oh, dude. Ground Stop podcast coming up next. You work too much, man. Every time I try to do a podcast, I hit him up, and he's like, nah, can't, dude. I'm flying 6 days in a row. All right, fine. Maybe it's me. What's the name of this airport? Is it called Palo Negro? Bucaramanga. I have heard of this. So do they say Bucaramanga? How do you say that? Barramundi. Barramundi traffic. Can I get some Cutamundis? Where are my Cutamundis at? There they are. You don't hit me up about podcasts, hit me about complaining about VNAV. Do I ever fly to Colombia in real life? Okay, yeah, man. My favorite. Those are my favorite. Yo.
What's your speed, sir?
We're doing 320 knots. We just hit Echo Juliet Alpha inbound for the ILS runway 35, Bucaramanga traffic. All right, we're slowing to 11. We need to slow down, so I'm going to take over the speed because I don't know what else to do. So I'm going to do this.
I was talking to Omni 817 there.
Oh, sorry about that. 250 on the speed. Speed brakes out. Throttle hold. I'm at idle. Down we go. I need to get to 250 stat. So dive, VNAV, dive. Look at this. I'm perfect. Although I've never flown to Bucaramanga. What is it? Bucaramanga. Bucaramanga traffic. Omni 357 heavy, 16,000, descending 1000, setting up for the ILS 35. Bucaramanga. Okay, so now you're in VNAV speed because you open the window. So boards, you want to stay near the path. So what does that mean? I got boards out and I'm in VNAV. That's all she's got. It looks like we're catching up to it.
We're Fenix for 300 for
So now I'll stow the boards.
5,500 for the final approach.
Courtesy of Blackbird Controls. Cams are coming up. It's also Palo Negro traffic. Okay, I just go with Bucaramanga. I like Bucaramanga.
Bucaramanga traffic. Giant 9895 inbound. Echo Julia Alpha 1 Hotel arrival for ILS 35.
See, we're on the
Yankee,
path, but now she's not holding the path.
Passing Echo Juliet
So,
Alpha VOR.
I want a flight level
210.
change, 250, speed brakes, throttle hold, at idle. Now, don't yell at me because you should pitch for 250 and flight level change speed, right? You should do whatever it takes to get down with the boards out. So we should actually descend below the path. I'm not staying in VNAV speed. I want to get below because I got to slow down here. I need to get below the path because we're still high on profile. Even though it says we're not, we got to get slowed down for the ILS. So I'm going to dive and drive. Lights coming on. Altimeters are set. Approach checklist complete. All right, stow the speed brakes. See, now if I had faster hands, now I go to 180. We're going to do 210, though. I think it's a 180 at the next fix. We'll go 210. 11,000. How many $2 refunds is that? No, I didn't want to stay in VNAV. I need to get below the path so I have time to slow down. Because now we got to go down to 8,000. Listen, I'm a professional Boeing driver. I'm going to set 8,000. 8,000 is set. Now I'm going to hit VNAV. Idle. Why are we see now? Why does it want to go to 180? But see now, this is watch. So according to my knowledge, VNAV path, is it just going to hover here and get high, or is it going to follow it? It should follow it. So in theory, if I add some speed brake, she should still stay on the path and slow down. Let's go ahead and throw flaps 1 out there. But see, I didn't want to be at 180 just yet. So I'm going to take over the speed because I don't like you. We're going to fly 180. And we're going to go back down to flaps 5 now. Yeah, we need to reset the speed. So I'm assuming, where did it get that 180 in the box? Speed select 160, but when I was VNAV, it wanted to go right down to 180, and I don't... Where did that come from? If I remanage it, is it going to slow down? Yeah, see, now it's going to go back down to 160. I don't want that. So really, I should have put 210 here. I just don't know where it pulled out the 160 speed, unless there's a restriction at 160. 190 max. You're going to be in VNAV speed till you pull the flaps out. Open the speed window. No, because if I open the speed window, I'm going to slow down. I don't want to slow down yet. Oh, we're gonna butter Infian. We're gonna butter this. I was hoping we'd be able to see the airport off the left. Bad orthos out there. It's literally a sliver in space. Clib is at 160 behind. Yeah, Clib is at 160 in front of us. But if we slow to 160 way back there, that would be a problem. Bucamarunga traffic, Omni 357 heavy out of 10,000 feet on the ILS 35, about 7 miles from Seagox, 180 indicated. Butter or go around? We'll see. We got a traffic call from behind me.
And Bucamarunga traffic, Giant 9895. We're going to be extending to the south to extend on the ILS.
Look at everyone stacking up. There's 3 airplanes. See, this is why you don't do Boeing VNAV. You got 1, 2, 3 airplanes.
Currently about 10 miles from Papa.
Is that a CRJ? That's an E190 E2.
We're going to go heading 160.
Don't mind me. We're getting a traffic alert for sure. 400 feet.
Baton 693 to the Omni 817. We are 200 Omni.
Who's that way up there? Is that the other Omni?
Copy.
Well, at least I get to watch everybody smash their landings this way. You've got flaps out now, so it's cake. VNAV will stay in path and you control speed with the window. Okay, so you want me to push in. Oh, I'm on VNAV path though. Yeah, see? VNAV will stay in path and you control speed with the window. Okay, I'll control speed with the window. Now, it's going to level at 8 though, right? I don't want to level at 8. Let's keep going down. Final approach fix altitude is 5,500 feet. So if I set 5,500, it's going to honor all of the restrictions, right? In the VNAV path. Beautiful. He means the literal window. You have to open and close it. Stick your hand out and do the little like speed brake thing. Hit the like button if you stick your hand out the window and you're a kid and you do this thing. You're like, oh, drag. High drag, low drag. Wings. You're doing it. Blind squirrel found a nut. Hey. Once a day, man. Blind squirrel finds a nut. We found ours. Let's not screw this up.
Yeah, following out your traffic with 693.
I think, is that the airport right there? Keelub is a 160, so coming back to 160k knots. Let's go ahead and throw out flaps 15.
And Giant 9895, we're turning left back onto the ILS course for an extended ILS.
Init ref was 139. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brake. As we turn, final, I'm going to keep it in LNAV and then we're going to arm the approach. Oh, you see the glide slopes below us, though. That's not good. So approach arm, loc, VNAV path. We're above. Glide slope from above in a 777. How do I do that? I don't know. I'm freaking out. Let's just go vertical speed down, down, down so we can catch it. Go down. Glide slope from above. I need you to catch it. Throw the gear. Let's go ahead and slow it up. VREF 139. Flaps 20. Oh, recording is on. Come on, baby, capture that glide slope. We only got 500 feet to capture. We're going to blast right through it. Flaps 30. And come on. Oh, don't go. Glide slope. Glide slope. VREF plus 5. Yeah, it's 133 plus 5. 138. That seems slow, though. Landing checklist is complete. Shutdown checklist to go. Checklist is blanked. Add 5 to that VREF. So that's 138. 138, right? All right. Now, on this one, I'm actually going to leave the auto... I don't know. I like using my own auto throttle. Bucamonga traffic, Omni 357 heavy on a 5-mile final now, runway 35, Bucamonga. Autopilot is coming off. Now, don't touch anything. This is going to be a sweet replay. I'm going to just focus on the approach on this one, and we'll watch it in replay. Too many good wing views right here, though. 1,000 feet. We're stable. Clear to land. We should be using barrow mins, though. I just didn't want to spin them in, because especially on an approach like this, that barrow is going to go wild when we come up over the plateau. Look at this runway, chat. It's literally a cliff. Auto brakes check. Yep, auto brakes are 4. No floaties here. Get a little high. If anything, I'd rather come in a little bit low. Kind of second guessing our auto brake 4 selection. Alright, there's the 3 reds. That's what I want. Oh, come on. Don't. I want to try to get that 3 red in there.
Terrain.
What?
Approaching
terrain check.
300, 200. Terrain. 50. 30. 20.
Let go traffic. Giant 9895 fully established. ILS 35.
Full reverse. Look at the reflections through the trees. 70 knots. Woo. Manual brakes. Okay, we gotta hustle. We gotta do a quick back taxi here. Hustle, chat, hustle. Let's keep it going here. That was good. I like that. I think I was flat. If I look at my landing and the replay, I think we're going to be flat. Let's hard over here. Full over on the tiller. Differential braking. Differential thrust. This is a charter flight, so we don't care about smoothness. We got to get off the runway. Might have scrubbed that nose wheel a little bit. And Bucamonga traffic, Omni 357 heavy, we're clearing runway 35, taxi to the ramp. Runway will be clear in about 5 seconds. Alright, now we can slow it down. Now, I don't know. Can our wing? That's one thing I didn't check. Is our wing gonna fit on this taxiway? Alright, runway is clear. I just want to check our...
Okay, mega traffic on the Express 870, 817 heavy is 10-mile ILS for runway.
Alright.
35.
Disarm that. Flaps are coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, rumor has it Barry Seal himself was in the cockpit of this flight.
Toga Marengo traffic.
Tour de Americas coming soon.
Giant 9895, 4-mile final.
Stop the recording. Look at the sun going through the trees over there. That is sweet, huh? Look at that shot with the slats going up. That, my friends, is basically real life. Yeah, we're going to have plane spotting opportunity for sure. Here comes our first one. Let's see how this guy goes. What is that? Is that the 190? Oh, that's the Atlas. Where is he landing? He's not landing at our airport. He botched
Giant
that one.
9895 going around.
Are you guys all right there? I don't know where that guy was landing. He's pulling a Gus, man. He was going to land at the city center over there, whatever that is. Oh, that's going to be a sick flyby shot. Hold on, screenshot. Just made an epic screenshot there for me, Atlas. Oh, this will be even better. Look at this. A shadow of a 7.6 under a 777. Screenshot. Beautiful.
Lufthansa 693 is fully established at 14 miles, 35.
He's fully established.
We got mega traffic on the Express 817 heavy.
He's pulling an
5-mile final,
XP-72.
runway 35.
He's on the taxiway. I got robbed. I love XP. Is he streaming tonight? What is that? Is that an F4? That's a Phantom. What is a Phantom doing on the ramp? Let's go park next to the F4 Phantom. Actually, no, we'll take that first gate so everyone else can have a gate. Zippy, you're still like 8-mile final. We got another one coming in here. Let's be quick. This is payware, Turk. This is payware, dude. Payware juice. Takeoff.
FedEx 1028 US.
Nope. Oh, wow, there's a lake right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to go fishing right there. Max wingspan 24 meters. I think that's going to exceed our wingspan.
Going to 135, Southwest 1028.
Oh, let's just stop right here and watch this guy land. This is going to be sweet.
Close to your head.
You're getting low there, buddy. You're getting low. You're getting real low.
Look around at track 6-year
Oh.
on the right downwind.
Oh.
will be following right behind us.
Oh, scenery air. He's down. Is he bouncing? Is he flying again? Where's he going? Glide slope. Glide slope. Screenshot. Wow.
1028. I'm trying to pull some distance on you, but you might want to circle.
Sorry, I got FedEx 1028.
Trying to pull some distance for you, but you might want to circle. Alright,
Look at this F4 over here. It's a German
Got
F4.
mega traffic.
What is a German F4 doing in Colombia?
Clear of runway
On a plane full of Contras with Barry Seal. This is very three-letter agency-ish.
Negative traffic to 693 is 5-mile final, 35.
Man, I'm basically a professional 777 gate parker. Nope. Now see, I oversteered that one. See the difference? So now this one's way over. I have to try to correct it here. Oh, 2 inches short. Come on, wingnut. 7 mile final, brake set. That's on. APU is running, confirmed.
Negro Latam 693, short final 35.
Huh, we got to see Zippy's crash landing. Oh, look, here's the other Omni guy coming in. I feel like we should marshal him. All right, here comes Zippy. Where's the markers? Put them on the markers. It's getting dark. Everybody better hurry up. This is the end of the touchdown zone. We'll hang out at the end of the touchdown zone. I wish I could go to Shift V cam from right here. Oh, that looks awesome. Screenshot. Let's go full screen. Oh, you're getting loose, Cougar. You're getting loose, Cougar. Ooh. 2020 sinkage issue. He's down in the touchdown zone. 350. Beautiful model. He should be plenty good. A little Slustavo-ish there. Man, we rolled long. I should have slammed on the brakes to make that last turn off. All right, we got 2 down. That's pretty good, Zippy. Pretty good. I still want to know what happened to that Atlas. Oh, that was a 7.8? Same thing.
On traffic, Fenix 1028, short final on the T5.
Keep it coming, we're coming off.
Mega traffic,
Uh-oh.
for flight level 10,000 feet on Quadrant, 9 hours out.
Aero Mexico 104 is in the vicinity, chat. We may have to wait for Aero Mexico.
Slustavo himself.
That is. I didn't know you were allowed to fly in the mountains again.
You wish.
Latam 693 is clear of 35.
Well, for Aero Mexico's sake, let's hope that's a repo. The 350 is far better looking than the 7.8. The 7.8, I wasn't even paying attention. Was it a 7.8? Oh man, I can't spin the camera around that fast. All right, here we go. What do we have here? This is a Boeing something. It's either a 7.6 or a triple. I think it's a 7.6. Ooh. Uh-oh. Why is it doing that? There must be some type of scenery issue going on there at the short final. Because they land normally up here. So he did good. So he's down. Oh yeah, that's definitely a 7.8. I can tell how ugly the nose is. I'll tell you what, the head-on profile was cool. Head-on profile was good, but yeah, look at that nose, dude. That's atrocious. Definitely a 7.8 nose. But this view looks pretty good. Because you can't see the nose. Even then, it's ugly. Alright, so he's coming down. Look at this little lake. Should we go? I got an idea. Hold on, let's leave the camera here.
Traffic, Learjet 60 Alpha, short final 35.
Learjet. Still a Learjet on final. Who are you calling Big Nose?
Bucaramanga
Oh, look.
traffic, Aero Mexico 104 on Seagox.
Gearless.
At 8,000 feet. Gonna report established on ILS runway 35.
Alright, make sure you report fully established. We got to do a Berry Seal fishing trip. I wanted to disconnect and reconnect, see if I can get gear for this guy, but I don't think I'll be able to do it in time. Look at this guy. Is he really flying a Lear? What Lear is he flying? See, everybody drops in. Oh, man, he landed like on the threshold, though. Oh, tail strike, tail strike. Oh, stay on the runway, stay on the runway. Man, he landed on the threshold and he's going to have a longer rollout than that 7.6. Or 777 freighter. See, now he's got gear. He just had to go submarine mode for a second. Now he's got gear. That dude was cooking. Alright, let's leave the camera here for Slustava. We gotta go fishing. It's getting dark though, but he's probably an X-plane, so doesn't matter.
1,000 footers, not the special.
I'm trying to get a nice little view here. Near the taxiway sign. Beautiful. Okay, so let's disconnect the camera here. Let's do that. Let's go back here. We are shut down. Yes, we are. I guess we could theoretically attach the jetway, huh? I don't know if we have a... if this jetway will move here. Oh, set chocks. There we go. Here it comes. Look at that. Let's go on a little. Look at this ramp. See, now this is something that I haven't done and I should have done earlier. Look at the size. You really get the size feeling when you do walk around mode on the 777. That is cool. We're going to have to look at that F4. We got another Omni over there.
I'm in traffic on MX 104. It's 2 miles out of rollout for the ILS runway 35. Report runway in sight.
All right, the Slustavo's coming in. Zippy had a 388 foot per minute at 1.8 Gs. That seems legit. Look at this F4 here. It's running. Dude, he's loaded up with Mark 82s. DCS simulator. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. I'm going to use that for the next Tour de America stream. You guys didn't know Barry Seal was actually flying that triple, did you? Field at the Y had a 444 foot per minute. Oh no, someone else just landed. Who'd we miss? We just missed someone touchdown. Oh, he's tail striking. He's tail sliding. Oh, we missed a crash. You alright there, bud?
File negative traffic. Caution, there seems to be some mad bastard running around the apron.
Hold on, Barry's got to go down. We got to check out this lake. FedEx got a 112 foot per minute. Look at this. Maybe we'll see some Bucaramungas in the woods here.
Negative traffic, Giant 9895 on extended ILS over here.
Oh, Giant still got to come in.
Palo Negro.
We forgot Giant still has to come in. Look at these nice daisies out here. Can you fish in this lake real life? It's getting too dark. Anybody see any fish down there? No. Let's walk up. Let's walk across the water here. Don't mind me. Let's walk up to the runway so we can use the drone cam. Someone stashed a Gordy behind it. Yeah. Over here, one of these trees. I'm looking for my loot box that has a Gordy in it. Oh, turn my flashlight on. Did I wish I had the cardio of Barry. All right, here we go. Watch this. This will be a good camera shot right here.
It's runway side, MX 104.
Hold on. I'm going to try real disconnect. Oh, did I try disconnect and reconnect? I tried disconnect, reconnect real quick, see if he has gear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Load in the traffic. Oh, yeah, look at that. Who's this guy? Oh, he must be in 2024. We got the same scenery. Oh, maybe not. Touchdown. Okay, so when they pop up, it's when they touch down. So that was right on the markers. Oh, is he bouncing? Was that you, Gustavo? Was that Gus? Gus doesn't land on the markers.
Oh, look at him showing off now. He's wheeling down the runway.
What is that? I'm just impressed he found the runway. Yeah, that had to be Gustavo.
And Giant 9895, we are 10 mile final, runway 35, attempt 2.
Number 2 for Giant. We gotta wait for Giant.
Good luck.
Notices to air missions.
We'll meet up.
There's a man streaking across the airfield. Hey, I'm fully clothed. I'm just impressed that Gus found the runway. This will be kind of a cool shot here. Trying to get at the right angle. Just trying to do my best Mr. Saturday impression. Clothed. He still can't believe. Oh, he still can't believe that he found the runway. So he's got to disconnect because he doesn't know where to taxi to. Wait, you were landing in a Corsair vodka? That was you? Faviano was fishing in GTA yesterday for an hour. Was he really? Dude, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Real weather has VFR conditions at yes, I am at real weather, real time. Live weather, live time right now. We got one more. We got to wait for our Atlas. Our Atlas buddy that I don't know where he was attempting to land the first time, but it was not the runway. Oh no, I just hit Shift C instead of Shift V. That's alright. Look at that ramp. Alright, let's go to external. We left it over here. Showcase. Oh, it resets it? That's lame. Oh, look at this. A carport? I want to go here in real life. Who flies here in real world? What airlines come in here? This might be on the bucket list. Bucamarunga? Is it safe? Can I come here with the wife and kids? Man, look at this road. You hear the frogs? Man, this is a serious serious highway here. You do not... Oh my gosh. Are there any mountain goats? You do not want to... Team Vodka is not allowed to drive on that road. No, he is not. Look at this. No, Randy, this is Takeoff Studios.
Yeah, 995. We have the runway.
All right. Godspeed, brother. All right. So it's misleading. This says like closed. Oh, what does this say? Takeoff remaining in meters. All right. He sounds like he's on an aircraft carrier. You hear that? Like, I don't have gear. I don't have time to reload his gear. We'll see. Hopefully he actually has his gear down and it's not... Yeah, he does have his gear down. He's down and safe, chat. We're all in. The entire conga line made it. We didn't lose anybody. Epic. Absolutely epic. Alright, let's watch ours and get out of here. I got a carbine to build. Alright, it was an honor flying with you, gentlemen. Until next time, see ya!
See ya! Copy.
Alright, let's throw on our replay. Let's come back here. Let's do cockpit cam. And for PMDG's sake, I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to put you back up. We're going to go menu, PMDG actions, panel load. We're going to load a runway state, essentially. Just going to get the flaps out, do all the fun things. Engines will come up, I think, in theory. It's booting up. And it's coming to life. Replay's on. We'll get our lights on. Lights are on, that's all on. We're on approach. Get our flaps set. Matter of fact, I'll put that all the way down so that does its thing. We'll arm the speed brake as well. All right. Avianca, Latam, and Clique flying to this airport? Don't go there in the rainy season. Really? Mostly flights from Medellin. Really? Okay. X-plane weather is straight IFR right now? Really? Alright, we're on approach. We're going to watch that. I'll let you watch that one at the end. We'll speed it up here, short final. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I definitely like the sounds of the other aircraft, of the GE better. Bang on center line. Right on center line, chat. All right, let's see how we did. External view. Oh, I have my reversers out. That's why the front spoilers are. There's the aiming markers. We're down. Wasn't the juiciest. Wasn't the smoothest. We'll cheese it. Let's cheese it. Let's see what G says here. A 200 at 0.91. 200 at 0.91 G, 0 bounces, 140 knot ground speed. Little stutter there on replay. That one said 215. That's probably about a 200 knot. 200 foot per minute. Alright, I want to put the camera right here. We'll do our own replay like we were watching everybody else. Oh, look at our brakes. Look at our brakes, red hot. Where's that Delta, taxiway Delta sign that we were parked at right here? Alright, this is going to be a cool shot. Let's go camera unlock you. Beautiful. This might be sweet. Want to run it back. Look at the little bit of dust as you come over the threshold. Maybe it wasn't as flat as I thought. I thought we landed a little bit more flat. That one said 195 at 0.91 G. So it's probably in that ballpark. 200 feet per minute G load of 1-ish G. I don't know how it can be less than 1 G, but I'll let you guys debate. But that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Let's go ahead and get sail on. And I actually have a suspicion. I think G's causes additional stutter. So I'm going to quit G's. We'll see if the next replay stutters or not. Back to the cockpit view we shall go. Full replay. Sails coming on. FO depth. Welcome to Private Pilot Man. Or 10 months as Private Pilot. Thank you so much for the support, FO depth. Very, very awesome, man. Here's to the next 10 months, right? We'll wind it back just a little bit when we were on approach. And I'm done. Y'all enjoy it. I will probably not be live tomorrow. I do not know if I will be. But tomorrow is 777 release day, so enjoy your 777. I look forward to seeing all the screenshots, all the wonderful stuff from tomorrow. You guys have been awesome. I hope you enjoyed Puka Marunga. We will be back. I think the next stream we do, we might depart here. Maybe in a 727, maybe in Sim Update 2 beta. I don't know. But we're going to definitely depart out of this airport because this will be a spicy departure flying off the cliff. So, you all have been awesome. Hit the like button for me on the way out if you haven't already. And until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See you soon, Chad. See you.